Here we go.
It's wonderful. Oh my goodness, we're so excited about it. How can you, like, even the cover is amazing.
Yeah, the cover was amazing. Like, I think
yes,
for the gentleman who sent us that was absolutely fantastic. We saw that picture and we were like, that has to be the cover.
Yes.
And now since this is our first podcast, our first live stream podcast, as I stick my finger in my ear, we're on a learning curve. Podcasts are easy because we can do all the stuff.
Yeah.
After we do the whole podcast, but now we have to actually make things as we go along. Atheist The Witch magazine issue 1.
Issue 1.
And that was from. Oh my goodness, who was that gentleman that sent us the
cover?
Yeah, the cover. Stevie Six sent us that cover, and it's got 3 different people in it.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriella Nobella, Bella Raven, and Zoe Hill. And those were our three cover models with the hand right there. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah. I have to just say thank you to everyone who contributed amazing artwork, photography, just the models who all looked amazing. Like, this really, we could not have started off on a better foot than we did with this. And bravo, thank you. It was wonderful.
I think there you go. I'm learning here. Yeah. I'm trying to make it so that we're not. Why is everything reversed on their screen? And I'm looking at my shirt and it says the social pages say I've got the biggest balls of it, but it's all reversed because I'm using a live cast streaming thing here, and I had to figure out exactly what the heck I was doing. So I got to figure it out now. So we're good. We're
trying.
We're trying. So.
Where you want to start?
I think we should start with like where we came up with this whole idea. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Let's start from the beginning with Atheist and Witch.
Okay.
Would you like to start, or do you need me to start? Because this is a lot to do with you because you're the witch.
Well, I've ever since I was a little girl.
You've been a little girl.
I would say probably in my early teens. Which is usually where most witches start, is in their early teens. It just became very, I was an avid reader, so I was educating myself on witchcraft, paganism, fairies, paranormal, the whole 9. It just drew me in. And so, as an early teen on, I would call myself a witch. And this is what I believe, and this is how I follow, and I am incredibly entwined with nature and animals, and I am more at ease and more comfortable with them than I am with people. So that is how I've always lived my life. And then there's Brett.
Well, the magazine itself came out of doing a pinup magazine, a BMX magazine, and all of these magazines that we were doing. And we were doing a pinup magazine, and it was actually doing pretty well.
It was doing very well.
It was doing very well. And what we got tired of just doing pictorials of the women that were in there, which were great photographers, great pictures.
Amazing women.
But we wanted to do something different. And actually it was me. I was listening to podcasts going down the road, and I was like, we could do a podcast because we've done other live stream stuff like Brie and the Brew Mistress and all the other things. So then I said to Christine, we should do a podcast. And she's like, oh, that's cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So we could call it The Atheist and the Witch because that'll piss people off.
I don't do things to piss people off. But Brett is an atheist, and I am a witch. So
it seemed like a perfect combination of
Yeah.
2 words that seemed to flow out. With the witch and the atheist didn't work quite as well as the atheist and the witch. So
yeah, and they very much contradict each other because I obviously have my belief system, and I mean you have a belief system too.
I don't know if it's a belief system, but I think the idea of it came from, if you're going to put 2 groups of people together that are definitely hated by people with beliefs, it's atheists and people who identify as witches, pagans, whatever. Those 2
are not very liked.
Yeah. Jews and Muslims and Christians are all fighting against each other, and they're all pissed off. If an atheist walks into the room, or a pagan or a witch walks into the room, suddenly they're all united. They're good to go. Let's burn that one, kill that one, non-believer. So we figured that sums up a lot of people out there that are different believers. So
yeah, I mean we both have our alternative lifestyles, I would call them, and we live very differently than most people.
Yeah, yes, we're not.
So we tend to feel oddballs a lot of times because in the area that we do live in, there's not a large, I would say, population or culture of witches, or I mean, I don't know about atheists.
No, this is a very red area, and there's a lot of people out here that would be like, oh, there's 2 churches within a few miles of us, million churches.
Even, yeah.
But it's not a commonly held thing, although more and more in the country.
Oh yeah, it's definitely grown in the country immensely, but in our small neck of the woods, not so much. In fact, the only decent witchcraft store we do have, someone tried to set on fire.
That was up by Tom.
Yeah, and a beautiful store, well done, incredible. You can pretty much get whatever you need there, and the woman who runs it is a wonderful person. So, but again, someone tried to burn it down, so that's kind of where we live.
Burning down the house.
Yeah. So, but anyway, enough of that nastiness.
So I came up with a name, and we started doing it. I was like, we could do like everything that we're doing. We could switch it over to Atheist and Witch. So we were like, let's do our artwork. Let's do all the stuff that we do, and then we'll do the magazine. And we'll have like cool photos and everything in it. But let's just not just. Well, first of all, it's not going to just be pinups. It's going to be a certain type of pinup kind of thing in there. So we were like witches, pagans, post-apocalyptic, cyberpunk, all this crazy weird stuff we wanted in there, and that was immediately latched onto by everybody that we spoke to, and they jumped right on it, and we had tons of people come in. But then we also wanted to put more than that. We wanted artwork and articles and fiction and philosophy and all that kind of stuff. So these first 2 issues have been a little rough on that. We just keep putting it out there, but people are just not as responsive with that kind of stuff as it is with
the photography.
But we come up with stuff and we put it in there. So, and of course, you can find on the internet all over the place, but we want that written word sitting down there.
Yeah, we definitely want this to be more than just photography. We want to know about you. We want to know what your beliefs are and how you live and your experiences in this lifestyle. We want, I want to know the fantastic familiares, to introduce your pets. What are your hobbies? We want it to have some meat to it.
Meaty. And when we talk about fantastic familiares and pets and stuff, because Christine is a big pet person, and I once had a hamster that I killed. I didn't actually kill it. It died.
I didn't kill it.
And
the thing is that he didn't realize they don't live that long, so it actually lived a really long life.
So we have people that follow us on Instagram and that are in the magazine. We're like, send us pictures of your animals, and we'll put them in there as a feature as well.
Yeah.
So that's something that Christine came up with, and
Yeah.
it was a really good idea. And we actually, one of the great photographers that we have out there, Sharna Lee, who sends us a lot of cool stuff. Like, let's see, Cheetah was in there last issue.
Yeah.
That's done by Sharna Lee. we were talking to her, and she's like, "Well, I don't know if I have anything for this issue," but she actually does now. But I was like, "Why don't you send in a photo of your dog?" She has a dog where she practiced her photography. I was like, send that in, and write a little thing. We'll put the dog. And she was really stoked on that. So it's like, it's definitely. I think it's going to grow as we go along.
Yeah, to start off like this is wonderful. I mean, we had a lot of really good articles, and the photography is just...
The photography is great. This woman sent in...
Unbelievable.
She's from Long Island. No, this isn't from Long Island. She's from overseas. This is Ghost. She's sending all these photos.
Yeah.
Which I think are just
beautiful.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. And I have some words by me. I was putting actually writings that I did many years ago when I was much younger. Martina.
Yeah, she's
got some European
awesome
block.
stuff.
She's got crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of stuff, like, you see it out there, but when you have it printed in a magazine, it just has more weight to it.
It just looks beautiful. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful way to show off.
Yeah, to show things off. Like, it's this one thing, like, I pictures on the internet and I got 4,000 likes. Like, well.
And then, by next week, you don't even know where the hell that thing is.
Yeah, I think that's really the whole thing is on the internet. Exactly, week to week, day to day, moment to moment.
You're slammed with thousands of images, and you just can't retain it all.
So 5 years from now, you're gonna say like, "Oh, where's that picture?" But you're gonna go back and you're gonna say, "Oh, I was in, there's 20 issues of Atheist The Witch magazine, Atheist magazine number 2. I was in there." You can look back at that, it's more of an impact. I think this is gonna become a bigger thing. Magazines are all over the place 30 years ago, but nowadays it's like to get a magazine, it's like, oh shit, because it's a different era. Now, this is another guy who sends in a lot of cool stuff, and it was receptive of our switch in style. Was Mike Basso. He's from California, and he sends in a lot of great photography.
Yeah, good stuff.
Mrs. T. Marie.
Yeah.
Oh, Tricks. This is the one I was thinking about from Long Island. This is Ginger Snap Studios and Trixie Green, and she hit us up a few times, went back and forth, and she's like, "You're exactly what I've been looking for to put my pictures in a magazine."
Yeah,
because I've noticed when we're dealing with a lot of these people, and especially the women, like they really got into this. Like they were like, "Holy cow, this is what I'm about." Like it's because a lot of like pinups and stuff they do. It's because they're alternatively minded to begin with, and this is an outlet, and nobody's really said like, we want people out there more, I guess, and more amateur kind of people, because you do see like these kind of like out there magazines, alt magazines, but nothing really says like, I want to see somebody who's got a little bit of talent but is not getting all kinds of recognition. Come, you're tearing up our couch there, you crazy. The black cat has entered the room, of course.
This is our all you can see is a butt.
The black ace.
Right?
You can say the ace on Instagram. Let's see if we can.
There she comes.
We can zoom out a little bit here so we can.
There she is.
There we go.
Come on, introduce yourself.
There it is. That's Mooney.
Mooney. This is our half moon.
So we have Autumn Roses.
She's very pretty. Yeah.
Autumn Rose next to the witch's artwork there. We'll zoom in a little bit here. So
Hi, Miss Mooney.
Just bright lights. I'm sticking this in front of the witch's face.
No, let's stick it closer.
The witch's face. There we go. I'm not very good at this.
There you go.
Everything's backwards. There we go. There you go. So that was the photo. The drawing on the other side there was done by her. Oh my goodness, many moons ago.
Yeah, it was pretty much a doodle. That's what I call
doodles. Rose in there. I think she looks pretty hot, pretty amazing. I love this thing. This was Mark Ruiz Photography, who's also sending something for the next issue. Sent these in at the tail end of our pinup magazine, and I was like, "Can I use these in the next one?" He's like, "Yeah, definitely." And we almost used one of these as a cover, but then we got that picture and we were like, "Oh, that's just a screen."
Yeah, cover. It grabs you.
So I thought these were really cool. Fairies in the forest.
Yeah, they're very pretty.
Well, it's like, yeah.
It's just, I mean, there's people doing this kind of stuff, but you don't really see it put out there. I mean, and I hate to say this, but you have a bazillion pinup mags.
They do. There's a lot of pinup magazines out there now, and there's a lot of people doing it, and it's cool, and it's definitely giving an outlet to that whole scene.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't fully always our scene. It was more of like we're a bunch of weirdos.
Yeah, it was something we were trying, something we were new at. But now we're trying to refine ourselves.
Refine,
I guess, if you want to call that.
I think so. This is Penelope, the witch person from a town I used to live in.
Yes.
This is a good example of somebody who we told them what we were going to do, and immediately
she was all about it. Like, that's really cute.
Embraced the idea, and the photos we got back from her. I think her boyfriend shot these on her iPhone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you bastard.
Yeah.
It looks really good. She sent these out like, these are perfect. They look amazing, and it fits the exact look of what we're doing. And she also does writing for us and stuff. So we're really stoked on her. This guy Dean Sparks sent this woman in Molly. This was
really pretty.
Yeah, this is another awesome. Like, these are just, to me, this is really cool. Like, it's just the cool kind of shit that I'm into.
Yeah, it's unique. It's unusual. Like, I mean, the settings and the backgrounds that the models have been using are just, I can't even, like, where is this place?
Yeah,
like, I would love to go there.
It's Europe. They have old castles.
It's Europe. But it's just beautiful, and everybody was so creative about it. And you could really see, like, there was thought put into it. It wasn't just like a girl standing in a white or pink background dressed scantily, and I'm not bashing on anybody or putting anybody down. It's just, there's a lot of thought and effort put into these photography shoots.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of work. I mean, we've tried to do stuff like this.
Costuming,
it's like, it's like trying to find a location, trying not to actually get in trouble when you go to a location. Yeah. It's like, are you allowed to do this?
And just the gear to get dressed up, and the time and the effort, and like the horns and the corset and it's a lot. Like, we know.
We do, because we got it all over.
We know. So bravo. Beautiful job, people.
And we're trying to get artwork. Next issue, she's going to have some artwork from a really great artist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
This is my artwork of a witch in there. They're always like, your witches have big boobs. And
well, he's a guy. He's a guy.
It's artwork done by guys.
It's
me. And then we kept asking for stuff to put in there, but we didn't get as much. So we got the witch stepped up and gave us all kinds of good ideas. She's sitting next to me. The fall devotional.
Yeah.
I made up a little story about when her and I first met, and the witchcraft poster she had. Why I wasn't up in her house, and she was. Yeah. It was the whole. I didn't want you to think I was weird. I'm like, yeah, maybe better hold on to your pants, girl, because it's going to get weird. You just
never know when you first meet someone what can of worms is going to open up.
It was Harley Von Heathen who followed us over from the pinup magazine too.
Yeah.
She was all jumped. She was like, "This is awesome."
She was totally about it. So she sent some great photos over. She's got some crazy eyes.
Yeah, it's awesome. She's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And we have more artwork from The Witch, and her poetry is actually her poetry made up many years ago. So put that in there. That's what we're looking for too. Stuff like that. Send it over.
Okay. No, turn around. Go back a page.
Deborah.
Yeah.
Deborah Marston.
Yes.
We had to go back and forth with her a couple of times.
Yeah. Yeah. She was about it. She just wasn't really sure about what we were trying to do.
What we're looking for. Yeah. She, in fact, it was
She did a great job.
What's funny is she was in our other pinup magazine, and it was the first magazine that she was in. And since then, she's gotten a lot more play out there, and she was really happy about that.
Yeah.
So
that's wonderful.
That's the whole point. It's like to give people that aren't getting a break, freaking break.
Yep.
Then the witch. More back to the witch again. She's making tincture. If you'd like to explain what the hell tincture is.
Oh yeah, I was making a black walnut tincture. And believe it, it's just with everything that's going on with COVID and the whole nine. Black walnut is a very strong antibacterial, antifungal, and anti-parasite. So it pretty much kills everything. And it's probably mostly because of the really high iodine content in the walnut hull. So you can make a tincture out of the walnut hull. And when we moved down here, we are surrounded by black walnut trees. And you see these big green balls that fall at the end of the season. And I was like, oh man, I'm going to do this. So so our neighbor gave us a bunch of black walnuts, the green holes and everything. And the walnut is down inside of that. And you find a recipe. And I put the recipe in there and I tell you how to make it and what to do with it and what it's used for. It could be used for skin cuts, abrasions. It could be taken internally. Just make sure you do not have a nut or an iodine allergy. You need to be smart about these things. And, it's really good for what it does. It helps with stomach issues, which is mainly why I use it. And so I wrote up a little thing about it and how I did it. And, there's pictures of it. And it's all bottled now and strained out. And I've been taking it. So
you feel fine.
Yeah.
That's right for you. Yeah, you didn't kill anybody. You didn't kill yourself.
No.
Nah, it worked.
No.
It worked good. I thought it was pretty good. We put it on it. You can put
I gave it to you, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's been using it on his skin.
Yeah,
so.
skin. Beautiful skin. No, thank you.
Yep. Samantha
Sissons.
Yeah.
Sent over these. This was done in I don't know where the heck that was, like a castle or something.
That's another really pretty shoot. Lovely background.
My big hair popping out. Yeah, that's another amazing shoot that was done there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the woman who's going to be sending us in her dog,
Yeah.
Sharna Lee. And this is one of the models that she has here. I was like a skull.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Skull freaking throne. Shells.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's the kind of content we want to put in there. Like all that kind of weirdness. Anna Hudson Young.
Yeah, that's a really pretty photo.
Cool photo. She's on the side.
Great job.
And then Dark Raven, who also followed us over from
Yeah.
Casting Pinups, and she just.
Isn't that her husband?
No, that's not her husband.
It's not her
No,
husband.
That was another model who looks like Floki.
Yeah.
Guy looks like Floki on the side.
Look at her ram's horns.
Ram's horns on her head.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Actually, her husband's in the hospital.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she said he's doing better, but she's going to send us over photos for the next issue too. Which between all the stuff we got, we're sort of pushed the limits of the next issue, and it's just a matter of tidying it all up.
Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to do. So we did the card pull.
And then we have the card pull. We did the card pull.
Yeah.
What would that would be? What would that be? That would be like fortune telling, I guess.
Well, yeah, it's you basically use divination through the tarot or the oracle deck that you're using. If you have a question, or you pull it for the season just to see what's going on. And so we did that.
And then they have our advertisement in the back. And if anybody wants to advertise in our magazine, please send us.
Hit us up.
Yeah, what you want to know about, because we'll definitely put you in there, help you out.
Yeah.
And that's the back, which is just a basic as above, so below, one of our little sloganees. And we just try to put who's coming next or what's coming next in the issue on the bottom.
Yep.
And we have these are our preview models. So that's our first issue, and we figured I think we should talk about how we decided to sort of cancel the podcast.
Oh goodness. It was just because we had so much stuff going on. Yeah. It wasn't really any other reason. It was just, you can only do so many things.
And work a full-time
job. And work a full-time job. And we have a lot of weird hobbies that we do. We're very busy. Like, we never sit down. Ever.
Except when we're doing this.
Yeah.
And now we're sitting down.
Yeah, like for us to actually sit still for an hour is a big deal. Because if he's not working at his computer on all of this and the photographs and whatever else we're doing at that moment, I'm basically a professional zookeeper at my home. I have a whole slew of exotics and animals that I care for. And I mean, I have chameleons, which are one of the hardest things you could ever keep. And I'm talking about like true chameleons, not like little anoles or anything.
I'll have to set up the ability to get a stream, and we can stream them into here at some
That'd
point.
be funny. And yeah, I mean, cool. And we had a situation with our chameleon's name is Marty Feldman.
He's got big eyes.
So and Marty's got his own little thing. He goes over to the window every morning out of his cage. He's got to spy on the neighbor. But Marty, for the past week, got constipated. So Marty had to go to the vet, and we had to get Marty moving again. So far he's pooped twice. So yay! But you gotta notice these things. Like, you gotta know when something doesn't poop. You gotta know when something's not eating right. And I am on that shit. Yeah. Yeah, literally. Yeah, on it. So
we had all these things that we're working on, and we're like, we need to back off something.
Yeah.
And the podcast, it didn't take long to do. We just dedicated an hour to do it. It was fun. But it took probably another half an hour of prep to get material together.
It took a lot more than that, I think, especially to get like reading material, the horoscopes, the stories.
And then after we got it all done, we recorded it. Then I would sit in bed, listen to it again, and chop at anything I didn't really like, and then put an intro on it. And we were like, how much can we do? So
I just noticed that on the last 2 episodes, like, I was failing. Like, I felt like I wasn't bringing anything quality to it, and that's when I mentioned.
Yeah, that's when you were like, and I was like, I'm cool with it. Like, let's bail on the podcast. Yeah. But I felt as though we should do something. Yeah. And since the magazine really is like the cool thing that we do, we put our other stuff out there. We're trying to make this whole little community of weirdos that are. We're telling the world, go screw yourselves. We're weird, and if you don't like it, too bad. So I was like,
we're people. We're good people. We're productive people, creative people. So let's put something out there that's amazing.
So knowing that the magazine comes out every 3 months because we do it quarterly.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why don't we just like once a month, beginning of every month, we'll do an hour live stream. That way I don't have to set up and do all kinds of editing afterwards. Yeah. We have our little piece of software here. We'll be able to do a little bit of upgrades on this where I'll be able to do some more stuff and pop in videos and whatnot. And we can just sit here for, 35 minutes to an hour, throw everything out there. Anybody who can watch, they can watch when they watch it. And then it'll be a live stream that'll be recorded on YouTube. It'll be sitting there, and then other people can come by and watch it. And, they can get updates on what we're doing with the magazine. So, and what we're doing with the magazine.
Yeah. Oh my God! Wait till you see the next one that's gonna come out.
Yeah, the cover of the next one is gonna be is insane.
It's amazing. Like, I'm just amazed at all the incredible stuff that people send in.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be more articles, more fantastic familiars, and fun festive seasonal stuff. So, yeah. Yeah,
I think so. The point of this is our first one. It came at the tail end of doing this one, so that's why we gave it a great big go over. Yep. But what we're going to do is this is November, the December edition of the live stream, which will be probably near the first week of December, second week of December. We'll put it out on our Instagram. And that will be the next issue. Will probably be pretty much ready for that. Yeah. And we'll be talking about it. But then the following month after that, we'll talk about what we're doing, what we're working on, what's going to be in the next magazine. Yeah. In fact, I can talk about that right now because we've gotten a lot of submissions for the magazine. Yes. And it's cool. We have a few regulars that always come in, Penelope and Holly Von Heathen. Yeah. But we do always get new person here or there that is jumping in. So if you're out there and you're looking at this on our Instagram and you're seeing you get a link to the YouTube, we hope that you will take a look at our website, theatheistandthewitch.com, and peruse it a little bit. Look at the magazine and send over something odd, strange, weird, cool that has to do with
and creative.
Yeah.
You know, just let's be a part of this and create a wonderful community and show our uniqueness. We'd love more articles. We'd love more philosophy, more belief systems, more tell us about your pets, your fantastic familiars, your plants, anything. Just whatever you're into. And I know there's a lot of crazy hobbies out there. So, you know, like, let's have at it and learn. It's just so incredibly interesting that I love it. I love learning what people do, you know, and it's just really fun.
Yeah, and if it wasn't a massive global pandemic going on right now, yay us.
Yay.
We would actually be going out and going to some cool events. We would have gone to the dark side of the con up in our home states, northern areas.
Yep.
That would have been a great time. We could have done some.
That would have
been in the magazine. That would have been cool.
Wow.
We could have passed out pins and stickers and told everybody about it. Krampus not up in Jim Thorpe we would have gone to, which is canceled for this year.
No large gatherings.
Large gatherings. So it's eventually we'll be going around doing that stuff, and that'll be documented in our magazine.
Yeah, I'm hoping this next year is just going to be so much better. It's obviously ending on a really good note.
For us, it's ending on a really good note. I can tell you that much.
So
hopefully,
I'm looking
how the transition goes.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that
hoping against hope.
Yeah,
that things just go smoothly. I mean, it's not like they're twiddling around. It's over.
Yep.
Johnny or Donnie.
Oh, sorry about the yawns. It's been an exhausting day.
We do a lot. We try to do a lot, and we do as much as we possibly can to drive ourselves crazy.
Yeah, that's so true. So true. So, all right.
Oh, I'm just checking the news. We've been going for only 35 minutes. I mean, how do you feel about that? Do you need it?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. This is our first live stream out there to say hello, everybody. If you'd ever like to be on our live stream, send us a video or something, and we'll put it out there.
That's a great idea.
We're gonna do this every month, as long as we can. Live streams are easy for me to do. It took me a little bit of setup because I had to flip some things around. I haven't done a live stream in a year, I think, since the Brain Improvement.
Yeah, it's a learning curve.
Everything's a learning curve. But so that's what we're gonna be doing. Monthly updatable pod live streams about Atheist and Witch.
Yeah.
And we want you to be part of it.
Yes. We would love you to be part of it.
We are Legion, and we are.
We are one.
We are Legion, and we are one.
Oh wow! What a good night.
Yeah, it's been a warm day. It's been a nice day. It's been a big day.
Wow, what a lovely day.
So
what a great day.
Yeah, it was definitely a great phantasmagorical.
And again, I mean, we can't thank everybody enough for the incredible contributions to this first magazine. And oh my goodness, and wait till you see the next.
Yeah, the next one's going to be really, I'm really stoked on the next one.
Just got better and better.
Yeah, it was just like the pinup magazine kept getting better and better. And by the time we were done, we were like, holy shit, man, like I'm not to turn people away till the next issue. It's 80 pages long. And we just wanted to go to a different direction.
Yeah, we just wanted to have, I don't even, just like fine tune it, and be more about our beliefs and what, people have in common with us. I mean, it's just, I don't know, we needed to do something different. So, but we couldn't thank anybody enough when it came to the Pinup magazine. I mean, there was beautiful women all over the world.
Yeah, just embrace the whole
photographers and, really high quality stuff.
It was pretty wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was how many years?
We did. That was almost 4 years that we did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
So,
and it was not stopping. I mean,
it wasn't like interest was waning. It was continuing to move forward.
Mhm.
But we that's not how we make our living. I wish it was.
No.
I mean, I guess if we could sell if we could sell 5,000 issues of that a month, we'd make like $2 off of it. That would pay all of our bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we have full-time jobs, and we work very hard, and we were considered essentials, so we did not get a break.
Yeah, we gotta get a break
at all through this whole pandemic. We have lives, so we can only do so much.
Only do so much when you're doing public.
But we try.
So I guess that's the update. We'll see you again in December.
Yeah.
For Yule in the Long Dark.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I love this time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean. I mean Yule.
Yule, yeah. that's from oh my goodness, what is
that's that place that makes
Grim Frost. They're
Grim
blacksmithy.
Mm.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're in Switzerland or Norway. I always get it confused, but Grim Frost is awesome. Look them up. They do a lot of really great work. Those crazy Vikings.
Yes.
Vikings. But we got our big education on their Yule, and I mean it's all very similar, but they have their traditions, and it's really interesting. So
it is. It's cool.
Yeah.
But this guy comes on and he'll be talking along like this, and he'll be talking very Nordic. And when he gets to Yule, he goes, and then when we celebrate Yule. I'm like, why did he say it like that? Get it. Get it.
Yeah.
Like, I will hack your head off if you don't pronounce Yule correctly. Yes, sir.
Oh, man.
So that's what we'll be talking. I guess that's what we'll be talking about next time. We'll talk a little about the magazine, talk a little about Yule, and then flipping over into the new year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's gonna be wonderful.
Yep. Yes, a new year, a new start.
Yes. So until then,
I guess it's time for our little sign off, and we get ready to do send over to the outro as well. Try and make us semi-professional here as we live stream. The days of live streaming. All right, so they call us weird, they call us odd. They don't like us. We don't care. Where reason meets magic, you will find the Atheist and
the Witch.
We'll see you soon.
Bye. God, me in a fucking bunny suit. It's hysterical.
Oh, man.